All right, what we're going to look at now, we're going to look at the scale, shear, and reshape tools in Adobe Illustrator. So I'm just going to draw a simple shape, a rectangle, and I've got a fill of orange and a black stroke. I'll set the stroke to, 4 points. And so here's my 4 pixels. So here's my shape. And let's start with the scale tool. So what I need to do is select the shape by clicking on the shape. Then I click on the scale tool and I'm able to scale the shape. So if you notice, you can already do this with your regular selection tool. So it's a redundancy. When I use that scale tool, I can hold down the Shift key to constrain its proportions. Let's look at the shear tool. So the shear tool is interesting. Let's select the shape. Then we're going to go to the shear tool. And what that allows me to do, let's make the shape bigger so you can see this. What that allows me to do is take the shape and do this kind of a manipulation where I can take it and shear it. And that's it. Now, in many circumstances, there's a tool and there's also a menu. Sometimes it's easier to use the menu than it is to use the tool. Let's look at the last one here in that same group is the reshape. And let's make another shape on the screen. I'm going to grab my line segment tool. I'm going to draw a line. And then I'm going to grab my reshape tool. And what happens is I click on it, and then I'm able to bend it. After I click and add a node, I'm able to bend it at that point. And that's really it. That's the reshape tool. Now, it doesn't work as well on solid shapes. There's a few steps you have to go through. So my suggestion is that you can do this other ways. But if I want to use the reshape tool on this whole shape here, I select the whole shape, grab the reshape tool, and then I have to click and add a control point. Now what I have to do then is click away from the shape with the black selection tool, grab my direct selection tool and click on the path, activate the path. Then I can go back to the reshape tool, click on that node and bend it. And now I can click and add additional nodes with the reshape tool and manipulate the shape using the reshape tool. So it's a lot of extra steps. It works okay. There's actually other ways to do the same type of thing. In which case, what you can do is we're going to be working with the pen tool, and I'll show you how to manipulate shapes using the direct selection tool and the pen tool, which is actually a little bit easier than the reshape tool. So what we just did was we looked at the scale tool, the shear tool, and the reshape tool.